Hey, what's up guys? I'm Ailis Garcia and today I'm kicking it with Justin Matoesian. He's the co-founder of NLA for Her. Get this, this is a tongue twister right here. It's one of the largest women's sports supplement companies in the nation. And he's also a USC grad, so what's not to love? Let's go see what you're about.
All right, come on guys, I'll show you what we're doing here.
You guys came up first with NLA. What does NLA even stand for?
Yeah, so NLA stands for No Limit Athletic Performance. Our men's supplement line and our company is NLA Performance. And that was just our whole thing of our supplements will help you take your physique, your workouts to the next level, your athletic performance to the next level. And that's the whole premise. Take our supplements and there truly is no limit to your potential and to your to what you can achieve in life.
So let's talk about, I want to talk about the very beginning.
Yes.
Let's go all the way back to USC where we met.
Yep.
We met like what, 6 years ago?
Yeah.
Or longer than that. You were
been friends for a while.
I know, yeah, we go way back.
Yeah.
So you were a track star at USC. Did you ever see yourself owning a supplement company?
I always knew I wanted to have my own business. Like from, you know, my parents always tell me a story. In the 6th grade, I had to go through an interview to get into, you know, my Chaminade Middle School, my middle school that I went to, and they asked me like, what do you want to do when you grow up and everything, and I said I want to be a business owner and I want to buy a huge ranch. This ranch that I've been vacationing at with my family for years, this big ranch up in Solvang. That was my goal, was to buy that ranch and everything like that. So I always knew I wanted to have my own business, but at SC, you know, I was caught up in my education, my track and field, you know, just like being a college student and everything like that. And I had an idea what I wanted to do, but I'm gonna be honest, come graduation, I was pretty blind. I did not know I was gonna be at this level. I always, you know, had a feeling, but it really wasn't until I graduated that I started working after graduation that it snapped into my mind. I've always been passionate about weightlifting since I was 13, 14 years old. I've loved weightlifting. I've loved supplements. I've been a student of the supplement industry forever. I'm in college with my track and field. I was more in a, you know, still loved weightlifting. And then when I graduated and I started working, I was like, there's no way I can survive without being in the fitness community. And I love supplements so much, and we just saw a huge gap in the market for high quality sports supplements. And I've been blessed to have a great business partner who's been my friend since the 5th grade. We went to USC together. So, you know, it really just, it really was both of our desires to start a brand and take the risk, stop doubting ourselves, and just be impulsive and go with it. If you got your idea and you're young, you gotta take a risk.
Take the risk, totally. Yeah, because I think so many people, everybody has an idea, but how many people actually execute that idea?
Exactly.
So you have this idea. What was the process like? Take us back to that moment in time where you were with your business partner and you were day to day just grinding it out.
In the 5th grade, when me and my buddy became friends, Kevin, we wanted to own a gym. That we envisioned having a smoothie bar there, and we didn't really know how complex supplements were, and we didn't really start taking supplements till we were like, you know, 15, 16 years old. So this is pre-supplements. We knew we wanted to do something in fitness and everything. So then we both start working after college and everything like that, and we were talking about doing the supplements and everything like that, and he called me as I was on the way home from lunch, and he was on LegalZoom, and he's like, are we going? And I was just like, go buy the LLC right now. So he just bought the LLC, and eventually I ended up quitting my job. He stopped working for the company that he was currently working for, and we just spent every day at our parents' kitchen table drawing up the products, thinking of the first products that we're going to use, you know, and basically just started the process. You live and you learn in business, and I've made plenty of mistakes. Learned what works and what doesn't. So actually our first product was the Frat Pack. So we started,
I totally remember that,
from the first episode, everything.
I think it was like a red label.
Yeah, the red label with the Atlas, the Greek god going like this, holding up a wreath. So that was our first product. So we actually started with those 3 products. Frat Pack, Sup D, which was our pre-workout, and T-Blast, which was our testosterone booster. And the frat pack, to be honest, just did not sell well. And it may have been our marketing approach. You know, we started everything, you know, off of the money we had left over from school. We didn't have a, you know, huge startup money. So we realized quickly that it's very expensive to market men's supplements. But you know, given that the frat pack, you know, eventually like we decided just to kill that product,
right.
and because we didn't have the marketing dollars to travel to each college and everything like that. Solid product and everything like that, but our testosterone booster and our pre-workout just hit the word of mouth like wildfire. There, once we started sending out to customers, people on social media review and everything like that, it really just took off from there. And we would literally, I would scoop samples of our pre-workout into bags and mail them out all over across the nation. And from there, we were able to make, you know, our initial investment back plus more. And then from there, we went into women's supplements.
So you took all the money that you had saved up from your job and then also from school, and you invested it into the company. Did you have any investors or any outside funding? I had
somehow, after going through 4 years of USC and a fraternity and everything, I had a little bit of money left over that I had saved up my whole life, a little bit from the job that I was working right out of college and everything like that. My business partner had some money saved up, and we had a little minute help from our parents and everything like that. So, you know, besides that initial funding that we put of our own money and the little help we had from our parents, we've done everything off of profits and cash flow to this point. So, you know, it really started off small.
So any advice you would give to young entrepreneurs?
Start small. Don't just like think that you're gonna, you know, don't try to just storm into the industry with a ton of advertising and 50 different products or whatever it is. Like, that's why we started with 3 small products, found out that one of them, you know, in a small, you know, we ordered in a small quantity for the first run. That's why, you know, we were able to realize, one product wasn't selling so well, so therefore we didn't have that much inventory of it. It wasn't that huge of an investment, so we were able to scrap that, but the other ones were doing well. And then from there we launched another product, and that one does well, and then we use the profits of that one to do another one. So we just started small, and it really worked out for us. And to this day, we have no investors, no debt, no nothing like that. So it feels really good, and there's no weight on me or anything like that.
How long did it take to find the manufacturer? Because that's a huge process in and of itself.
Yeah, so we actually had our first manufacturer was, we had a different one at first and everything, and they were in Atlanta, Georgia. And that one we just, you know, after we bought the LLC and we both quit our jobs, we were just, me and my business partner were just on our parents' table, listening to Pandora, up at, you know, 8 a.m. with coffee, just cold calling all the different manufacturers. Hey, we want to do a pre-workout with these ingredients. How much is that going to cost? And we go to another person, we'd quote around and everything like that. So we were looking for 2 things: obviously effectiveness of the samples that these manufacturers were sending us, and then the cost, of course.
Did you even write a business plan?
No, I did not, actually. And you know, everybody says to write a business plan, and I think you should and everything like that. I've since taught ourselves everything. You know, myself and my business partner have learned everything, and we've created plans now. But in the beginning, neither of us were business majors. None of us knew how really to write one. And I think it worked to our advantage because we didn't second guess ourselves. You know, it's very smart to have somewhat of an organized plan and to make sure that you're always reanalyzing what you are doing and being very open to outside advice and information, and allow other people to come in and analyze, you know, what you're doing and everything like that, so you can always improve. So
you had the vision back, when was it? You started in 2011?
Yeah, 2011. Yeah, 2011 is when we kind of conceived the idea, when we were talking, we were working, everything like that. And we actually, it took us from, I believe it was September 2011 until January 2012 at the Los Angeles Fitness Expo, where
I was at.
Where you were there supporting. So she's been an original supporter since day one, and I never forget that stuff. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome, anytime. I was there from the beginning. We were at the LA Fit Expo, and I remember you had your little booth set up, and at that point in time it was NLA for men.
Yes, exactly.
So we'll get into that in a second. But I remember you just throwing me a shirt and saying, "Hey, will you run around the expo and wear the shirt and advertise for us?" And I was like, "Sure." So I like threw it on and
trying to get marketing any way possible.
Giving out samples and telling people to come over and try everything. So
thank you for that originally.
You've come a long way.
I mean, when you truly know the insides and outs of your product and you truly believe in it, like, it's an honor to be able to just like get people to come in, taste your pre-workout, and wait for that smile to come on their face, because you know they're gonna like it because you're so confident. And you know, that first little expo, man, it went a long way.
So the shift between NLA to NLA for her, did you even see that coming?
No, that was when I truly did not. Being in college, I had no idea I would be into this, and then it wasn't until we started our men's line that we realized that women were very receptive, and then people started recommending there's no women's sports supplement lines. It's never been done before. I mean, there's been women's specific fat burners and stuff like that, but we saw a true gap in the market, especially with the women's fitness boom. Like, look at you, you know, like women love they're taking pride in being fit and healthy and everything, because they realize, you know, lifting weights isn't going to make you really bulky or anything like that. It's to help you build a nice, physique and everything like that. Then a year after we launched at the LA Fitness Expo in 2012, we launched our women's line at the 2013 LA Fitness Expo, and the rest has truly been history. It's the women's line, the flavoring, the effectiveness, the packaging, our mission of helping women create their inner goddess. Create your goddess would be, our true mission, everything like that. Empowering women through proper supplementation, fitness, and proper health and nutrition and everything. So all those things combined has really helped us just, take off and grow. And we hope to continue growing and providing quality products.
How long does it take to create a product, if you have an idea?
Well, it can be a long process if it's a flavor-oriented product, a protein, a pre-workout, BCAAs. You obviously have to mix and match different flavors. You got to put a little more of that, more of this, pomegranate, a little more apple, whatever, your goal is and everything like that.
Really have an experiment going on, a science lab.
Exactly. If it's like a single ingredient product, so I'd say the powders, a flavor-oriented one could, take us a couple months from really nailing down the formula and testing the formula for effectiveness. Another couple weeks to really nail down the flavor and everything like that. And then eventually it'll be like a 4-week lead time to get everything produced, packaged, labeled, and arrive here in our fulfillment house. Whereas like the smaller ingredient, the single ingredient like an omega-3, that's something that can take us, a couple weeks to finish. So.
Right. So where do you see yourself? I know you're going to be coming out with more products.
Yes.
In the next 5 years, 10 years, where is NLA for her going to be?
Okay, well, I mean, we have a very clear vision of what everything's going to be like, and already we're starting to expand internationally. The supplement industry is gigantic and growing quick internationally. Brazil, Australia, all of Europe. The Middle East is a hot market right now. So, now that our brand's getting big in the States and everything, we're getting contacted by, international distributors and everything like that. So I want to be in every single country in the world, which I'm confident we will be within maybe 2 years, to give or take 2 years. Obviously keep coming out with products, keep surrounding ourselves with good, competitive, hardworking athletes to represent our brand. Come out with innovative marketing, good advertising campaigns and everything like that, and then really just get in front of the customers and just be able to go to every international and national fitness expo. So we have all of our products in distribution around the entire world in 5 years, let's say. We're in every GNC across the nation, every vitamin shop. We're, the top 10, in the top 10 on bodybuilding.com, most popular brand. Be on all the retail outlets and everything like that. And then we can just go from expo to expo with our team and just
kill it.
Just kill it and get our, put a taste to the thought of, our products and everything like that. Really get the product in the customer's hands. I don't think anybody works harder than us and has as a specific vision as we do and goals for the future. So I'm very excited for the future, and it was a pleasure talking with you guys today.
For sure.